Are you watching everyone living their dream, making money as a coach, wondering if it's even possible for you? Do you sometimes get discouraged because you want to build your brand, but you have no idea where to start? If you're wondering how to build a profitable coaching business from scratch, you're in luck, because in this video, I'm gonna share what I would do if I had no brand and I was starting over from scratch as a coach. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, my name is CourtneyLSanders. I'm a full-time online life and business coach, as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things. And in this video, I just wanna have a chit chat with you and share what I would do if I had no brand. The horror. What I would do and how I would build my coaching business from scratch. So I've been fortunate over the last 5 or 6 years to have built a profitable coaching brand that I'm really proud of. I've generated over $1 million in sales since my start. I collectively have over 100,000 followers on my social media platforms. And I personally love my brand and I love my community. I love you if you're watching this. I love you guys. I love my community and it's just been really fantastic. But I won't lie, having a brand as a coach really does make things easier. Having an established brand, in fact, makes it easier for me to not only get clients, but to come up with new programs, to express my creativity, and really to continue to grow. And so that's why I talk so much about branding in my various videos on this channel, because I know if you'll just take the time to build that brand, even if you have to start right now and build it from scratch, it will pay in spades for you. So if this is something that you've been putting off, you've been procrastinating, you've been whining and complaining because you're like, oh, all the experienced coaches are getting all the clients. What about little old me? Well, little old you needs to start building her brand or his brand right now. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you what I would do if I were starting over from scratch. All right, hands down, the first thing that I would do if I were starting over from scratch is that I would nail my niche. This is one of the most important things you can do as an online coach. And the crazy thing is, people get so resistant to doing it because they know how important it is. And they feel like if they, choose the wrong niche, that they are forever and ever locked into that niche. But the opposite is actually true. In fact, I highly recommend that you check out my How to Coach in Multiple Niches video, because I talk about how you can grow into different niches, but you gotta start with one. So I would nail my niche. I would get very clear on it. I'd be very specific, and I would just focus there, right? So a big mistake that I see a lot of coaches make is that they are just too broad. I see coaches who say things like, oh, I'm a life coach, I help people with their whole life, or I'm a purpose coach, I help people achieve their purpose, or I'm a goal coach, I help people achieve goals. And I know that sounds specific, but it's really not. I mean, imagine if I came to you and I said, I have medicine, and it's really strong medicine. You should take it. Whatever pain you have, it's gonna knock it out 5 minutes flat. Really strong medicine. Whatever your pain is, you should take it. You'd be like, strong medicine for pain? Is it like for headaches? What about if I have a toothache? Is it for back pain? Is it for stomach pain? Like, I don't just want to take strong medicine for any pain. I need it to be for a specific pain. Well, guess what? Your clients are thinking the same thing about you. They're like, you're a goal coach. Do you help with weight loss goals? Do you help with marriage goals? Like, they need specifics. So that's the first thing I would do, is I would nail my niche. All right, the second thing that I would do is I would build a bankable brand. And shameless plug here, I do have a course called the Bankable Brand, and I even have a coaching program called the Bankable Brand Bootcamp. So if you're interested in joining those, I'll put the links below. But I would build a bankable brand because having a brand is a really big deal and it's such a big asset. So again, it's gonna take some time to build it in the beginning, but if you're really known for something and people know what you stand for, they will start to prefer your programs over other people's programs. So think about, this is the example that everyone uses, but think about Apple, right? I know for my husband and I in our household, we definitely have that Android versus Apple rivalry. My husband is an Android person, I'm an Apple person. And for years he's been like, Android phones are so much better, they do so much stuff. And I'm like, I don't care. Stop talking to me about your Android phone. I'm not buying buying it. I'm an Apple girl for life, Apple for life, you know, part of that Apple gang, right? I am committed to Apple's brand. I love what Apple stands for. It's beyond just the products. I love what they're trying to do for creatives and really empowering people who want to change the world. And so your brand is no different. You really want to get clear on what you stand for and build your whole brand around that, because you'll find people who are like, oh, I don't care what any other coach is offering. I want to work with you and only you. The next thing that I would do if I was starting from scratch is I would create what I call a fast result framework. So I don't see really anybody else talking about this, but it's very important, especially if you're a coach. You have to remember that people want the result. They don't necessarily want to be an expert in the thing that you coach at, right? So I know we geek out about whatever our subject matter is. In fact, if you're a health coach, you might geek out about all the health stuff. Me as a business and a life coach, I geek out on personal development and marketing and business and all those things. But I recognize that my clients who come to me, they don't want to be marketers, right? They don't want to be experts in these things. They just want to learn the tips and the tools and the strategies so that they can get the outcome that they're actually seeking. And so for that, if you really want to be successful as a coach and you're starting from scratch, you need to build a fast result framework, meaning a framework that you put people through that will get them the results fast. So this is different than teaching somebody everything that you know. That's not what you do as a coach. What you do as a coach is you distill that information, you come up with a framework that's going to get them the result, and then you show them how to go through that framework and get that result fast. I promise you, you heard it here first. Even if you're a brand new coach, if you build a name and a reputation for yourself of helping people get the results that they're seeking ultra fast, you will be super successful, your brand will blow up, and you're swimming in the money. You heard it here first. All right, I have more where that came from, but first I wanna hear from you. Are you building your brand from scratch? Let me know. Share in the comments below. All right, the next thing that I would do if I was starting over and I had no brand is I would create client attracting content. This is so huge. Social media, YouTube, podcasts, all of these things are very, very helpful in terms of building a brand from scratch, but you wanna make sure that you're doing it strategically. And a big mistake that I see new coaches make is that they just post content willy-nilly and they're not very strategic about creating content that is actually going to attract clients. What is it that the clients are actually looking for? And if you're wondering what client attracting content is, actually go over this in more depth in my free Client Attraction Masterclass. So this Client Attraction Masterclass walks you step by step through my process. This is the process that I've used for years and the process that I continue to use to this day in order to attract clients. So I talk about it more in this masterclass. Click the link below in order to register for the date and time that works for you. And I'll see you in there and you can learn more about client attracting content. All right, and the last thing that I would do if I were starting from scratch is that I would create a sales system. I would set up a sales system. So again, just like we talked about with client attracting content, many new coaches just go about things in a very willy-nilly way. It's not organized, it's not systematized. And so if you want to be someone who is not only attracting clients, but you're doing it on a consistent basis, it's very important that you operate with some sort of sales systems. And so you talk to lots of different business owners. Everybody has their, favorite system or way that they attract clients and that they make sales. But whichever way you choose, it's important that you come up with a way or that you adopt somebody else's strategy and that you follow that, because that is what's going to help you get sales really consistently. And again, if you want to know my signature sales process, I give it away for free. I share the entire thing in this Client Attraction Masterclass, which you can sign up for by clicking the link below. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you can't wait until my next video, make sure you are also subscribed to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, on both iTunes and Spotify, where I talk about these topics as well as personal development, money mindset, and all of the things. And if you can't wait until my next video or my next podcast, then make sure that you are following me on Instagram. I share a lot of strategies there nearly daily. So go ahead and go to CourtneyLSanders on Instagram and give me a follow there. All right, I will see you in the next video. Bye.